Hey guys, Mr. Carey here. Pretty cool lesson today. Big one, super important concept in third grade. We're going to be talking about something called an array. An array is a picture of multiplication. It's going to show us a picture and it's going to be rows and columns and it's going to represent a multiplication problem. Pretty easy stuff. I'll show you what we're doing, but not bad. Just understanding, we have to understand the most important thing is multiplication is equal groups. We're counting by equal groups. Groups of 3, groups of 4, groups of 5, and so on and so on. So we can do by repeated addition or by multiplication. It's kind of the same thing, it's just we're gonna solve by skip counting, okay? So today this is just kind of, again, just an understanding lesson of what multiplication is. So without further ado, let me show you what an array is. So today is 1-3 part 1, okay? So you're going to solve arrays by using skip counting, okay? So what is an array? An array is a picture of multiplication. So this is an array. It's a picture of multiplication. So we're going to use words, okay? So rows are going to be going over like this. So I'm going to say, okay, how many rows are there? So you're going to say, oh, there's 3 rows, right? 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to say, how many columns are there? So you just count 1, 2, 3, 4. So I like to call these a 3 by 4 or a 3 times 4, okay? So what I have, when you're looking at arrays, you're going to look at them this way. So if you can imagine, I had lines like this. So I have groups of 4. I have 4, 4, 4. I have 3 groups of 4. Or 3 times 4. So I have 3 groups of 4. I have 4, 4, 4. So if you were counting these, you would just count 4, 8, 12. So I have 3 groups of 4 is 12. So we're looking at a 3 by 4. And what I always tell the kids in my class is a super good trick is label it. Count down. 1, 2, 3. Write it on the side. Count across. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 groups of 4. Now notice they have equal groups. Like say this one was missing one, then it wouldn't be an array at all. It wouldn't be multiplication. So it has to be going like this. So I want to show you something that you're going to hear today. It's called the commutative property. The commutative property is like basically the order does not matter. And if you're in my class, you're going to go like this. The order does not matter. The order does not matter. I'm going to say it all the time. What it means is the order does not matter would mean if you were doing like a 2 by 5, 2 groups of 5, you'd count 5, 10. Or if you're doing 5 groups of 2, you would count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Basically what it means is that your answer will be the same. If you want to go by 5s 2 times, it'll be 10. If you want to go by 2s 5 times, it'll be 10. It's kind of up to you, okay? So you will have a little bit of choice, but I want to show you what that looks like. So the commutative property, say I had an array here and I was counting, okay, so I count down 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is what we call a 2 by 5, or 2 groups of 5. So I kind of have it like that, right? 5 and a 5. So 2 by 5 means number of groups, 2, size of each group, 5, and the total 2 groups of 5, let's count by 5s. 5, 10. Okay. Now over here, I have the same one, I just kind of turned it so it's going this way. So instead now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2. So I have a 5 by 2, or 5 groups of 2. You see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of 2. So now I would have number of groups 5, size of the group 2. So now I'd be counting by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So even though it's the same answer, it is different. 2 groups of 5 is definitely different than 5 groups of 2. And just think about like if you were on the playground, right? If you were playing a game of basketball and you had 5 on 5, that would definitely be different than if you were playing 2 on 2 and you had 5 teams, because then people would be waiting on the side. It's still the same amount of basketball players, but it is different, okay? So check this out, I got another one. So now let's count down. 1, 2, 3, 4 by 1, 2, 3. So we'll call this a 4 by 3, or 4 times 3, or 4 groups of 3. You see it with the lines here? So I have, if you're counting, you'd go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 4 groups of 3, the total would be 12. Now if I look at it the other way, if I took it and just flipped it over, I have a 1, 2, 3 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have a 3 by 4, or 3 groups of 4. So I count, this time I would not be counting by 3s, now I'm counting by 4s. So I have 4, 8, 12. So this is your introduction to arrays, 4, 8, 12, okay? So an array is just basically a picture of multiplication. Rows go this way, columns go this way. Write down how many down, write down how many across, right on the side like that, 3 by 4, or 2 by 5, and you just keep counting this way, 5, 10, or 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All right? Pretty easy stuff. You'll get the hang of it right away. Just make sure you're going down first, then across, down, then across, and you'll have it. All right? I'll catch you later.